Jewish Kid 92 here to do a deck profile. My friend Miguel here. Tell him what you're playing.
Clown Blade.
And when you went to the regionals in Wisconsin in West Allis for Evolution Gaming. What did you place?
I played 43rd.
43rd place.
Should have done better, but
What were your matchups?
4 nekroz, 2 Burning Abyss, and 2 Satellarknights.
And what were your losses?
I lost to 2 of the nekroz, and I won 2. I lost to 1 Burning Abyss, and I won 1 Burning Abyss, and then I won the 2 Satellarknights. So my record was X3, and I placed 43rd out of 218 people. So it's not, I mean, it's not good, but it ain't bad either.
Alright, let's see the deck profile then.
Alright, 2 fire and 2 ice. A lot of people that are playing the Clown Blade engine are doing the Star Seraph, and that was my original idea, but my buddy Caleb said Fire and Ice should probably be better, so I tested it and it actually is. So I would definitely run Fire and Ice over the Star Seraphs. Star Seraphs can be dead in hand, can brick a lot, where Fire and Ice, or Ice.
It's pretty much ass.
Fire,
It is pretty
fire,
much ass.
Fire and Ice, they get over problematic cards, Vanity's Emptiness, or big monsters you can't get over. So these were a lot better than Star Seraphs. For the clowns, 2 clown, and then I maxed out the Tricker and I maxed out the Juggler. Just the inherent special summon is actually really good. The fact that you can pitch it, take no damage, and then you can banish the search is really good. And then the reoccurrence from him is actually really good.
Now I've seen some people playing this deck at regionals. I saw a lot of them playing the one clown, 2 of the hat tricker, and 2 of the damage. The basically Karibo. What made you decide to do this ratio?
That's why they were at the lower table. I was the only person at the higher tables with Clown Blades. Nobody else was up there. There was a bunch of nekroz, a bunch of Burning Abyss. Satellarknights are up there. But I was the only Clown Blade player on the top tables. 1 is okay because you have instant fusion and Norden can bring it back out so you can revive itself. But the fact that this guy can summon itself for free, make rank 4s, I don't get why people wouldn't max it out. And also, anything big that you don't want to take damage from. This picture also, like Ring of Destruction, Wavering Eyes, Cowboy, anything that would burn. Pitch it and negates and destroys it, and then you can still banish the search.
Okay.
So, and then 2 of the heroic little cyber dragons and 1 of the 1,000 blades.
Alright.
Obviously, special summon, it does piercing, and then you search him so you can get to your Clown Blade engine a lot faster. 1 Thunder King, that's because it is kind of a rogue deck, and Thunder King stops anything that searches
Anything right now, yeah.
Clipboards, nekroz, Satellarknights. So if you see this, even because I play I'll show something a little bit, but yeah, 1 Thunder King, 1 glow above for the synchro plays, Trish, Armades, and Naturi Beast.
Okay.
And then I maxed out Maxis because you want to get to your combo pieces as fast as you can. And with the meta nowadays, just special summoning like a MFer. I thought Maxi was actually really good. I actually would Maxi over Baylor, and that was monster lineup. I think it's 20 monsters. So yeah, half my deck was monsters. For the spells, you play 3 instant fusion.
All right, this gotta be the MVC of the day,
good.
right?
I top decked this so much, and it got me. Like I was playing Satellarknights, and he had an Altair. Oh no, he had a Trivier and something else. I top decked this, and I had a dead clown that wasn't doing anything, and luckily for me I actually had him in the graveyard, so I instant fusion Norden, brought this out, did 101, then I took the 1,000, brought him out, then I cast out his other monster and I attacked the game. But yeah, if you have a dead clown in your graveyard, instant fusion Norden brings it back alive. So good. I top decked this so many times and it got me out of situations. I maxed out on MSTs just because Vanity's Emptiness hurts this deck a lot, and actually lost one of my matches because I was playing nekroz and I didn't think he played traps. And I knew something was up because he went into 101 and he set one back row, and I already sided out my MSTs. So I specialed I specialed him, normal this, and then he flipped vanities under 101, and I already sighted out my MST, so the only thing I could wait for is try to get a ice hand. Couldn't get to it, and he beat me. But yeah, because you lose vanities nasty in this, so I maxed out MST. One Italian super regeki, so nice. And then one foolish.
So everybody can see that.
Foolish sets up a lot of stuff. Obviously, you can Foolish Glow above to go into your Naturi Beast, Armades, or Trish plays. You can Foolish Burial Thunder King, because I play Trip Call the Haunted. So if you're playing something like Nekroz, obviously you'll Foolish Burial this at your call, so when they try to search, you just chain call, bring them out, stops them. And then also get your Crown Blade engine going. If you have him in hand, you obviously want to Foolish Burial this guy. And if you have him in hand, you obviously want to Foolish Burial this and just get the engine going right away. And that was the only spells I ran. So I was running eight spells. No more, no less. For the trap lineup, I ran 3 Venus Chains. Just because I wanted to have a good balance between offense and defense. I feel like I can spam the field with rank 4s all day, but I also wanted to stop anything that would stop me, like Exotonite, Trivier, anything that would disrupt my board, and a few more effect negations, triple breakthrough. It's actually really good against the tellers, so you just, break through whatever there's the tellers, and then during their end phase when they call or they Oasis and they try to keep going off, then you just banish this and stop them too. Also with window, I didn't play any Shaddolls, but this I'll show during my turn. I just banish this, stop window, or negate window, so I can keep special summoning instead of just once per turn. Then I play triple call. This reoccurs the Clown Blade engine if it dies. Also Thunder King. Norden with Call the Haunted is so good. Just set this, instant fusion Norden, go into your XC, detach, call Norden back, Norden gets something else, and you just keep spamming rank 4s. So good. I played triple Mind Crush. I thought it was going to be good. I actually went out of my way to try to get these. Thought it was going to be good, and it was garbage. I most likely going to take this out for something else. Anytime I Mind Crush any deck, they just had an answer to it. If I Mind Crush Nekroz, it didn't matter. They had something else to follow through. If I Mind Crush the Tellers, they just had to call the Haunted Oasis to follow through. So I don't want to. Mind Crush just didn't work at all. So most likely they're going to come up for something. And then the one Vanities, just because Vanities is Vanities.
All right, let's see your extra deck.
Huh?
Extra deck. Play one of the Trampolines. This guy actually really helps pushes for the OTK.
Go for game.
Also, a lot of people forget the effect that during your opponent's turn, you can detach that to target one face-up attack position monster they control. They can attack twice, but during the end of the battle phase, it dies. So it actually could clear out a monster your opponent has that you don't want there. Like if they try to 101, then you can just chain this. They take it. They attack with 101. It loses the material, but it just gets rid of so much stupid cards that you don't want on field. Rhapsody. This helps. It really helped me with the Tellers and Nekroz, because I knew Nekroz has to have no monsters on their side of the field in order to banish their spells from the graveyard. So I bring this out, clear their spells from the graveyard, or Tellers clear any of the problematic monster cards, and then also him on top of him at 37, and it was so good, so good. 101, or not 101, sorry. Abyss Dweller, Burning Abyss, Nekroz, or not, well, some Nekroz. Actually made it against Nekroz a few times.
This is my best exceed in my extra deck all day on Sunday. This actually won me all my matchups against Nekroz.
Really good when you go instant fusion into Norden. Norden brings out Ice Hand, overlay into these two, and if you already have a 101 on field, 101 goes up to 26, he goes up to 25, and it can still disrupt your opponent's plays. It's actually really good. Crab King. I thought I was going to see more clipboards, and if they powered me, this was pretty much like these two were my only outs. if they towered me, but also was really good when I brought these two out. Was pretty much games. Brought him out detached, 3,000. I can attack twice with him. Was 8,500 damage. Really good. 101. Actually, I'm gonna put these two down right away. 101 and Castel. There are some decks you rather 101, then there are some decks you rather Castel. 101 like Satellars. So when they bring out their extra deck sync or XC monsters, you rather take them instead of bouncing them back so that Satellar players can use them again. And stuff like Burning Abyss or Shaddolls, you definitely want to just bounce them back to the extra deck instead of taking them, because once they fall off with 101, they get their effects anyways. So I think I made these two more than anything today, or not today, but at regionals. I made this like once. I made this actually a few times. I made this a few times. Cowboy, I didn't make at all, but he was there just in case I got my opponent reeled down, but never happened. Emerald, never made him. X-Town, never made him. And then XYZ Rebellion Dragon, we made him a few times because against Nekroz, they would go into Unicorn, and the only thing that I could go into that would get over that was this. Anything else, effects are negated and their attacks were too weak to get over them, so I'd have to go into this to run it over. 2 Norden. I know the ratio was different because I was running 3 Instant Fusion and 2 Norden, but if I had a third Instant Fusion, I could just Emerald 1 Norden back and then Instant Fusion it. Notorio Beast, Armades, and Trish. Somebody 1 turn or 1 game. It was awesome. I tried Trishing somebody else, but he warning it. But I pulled Trish off once. Armades I never pulled out, and Notorio Beast, I actually got him out against Nekroz, and I had to face up Imperial Iron Wall, so they were shit out of luck. And he showed me his hand afterwards. He had a Dark Hole and a Rakeki, and he couldn't banish to search from the graveyard and shit, so the Notorio Beast actually put in quite a bit of work.
Alright, side deck.
2D fusions for Shaddolls, but again, never played them. 2 Retaliating Sea. I cited this in for Nekroz once. I didn't see it, and it really doesn't do much for Nekroz anyways. Think so. Doesn't do much for Nekroz anyways. But I did cite. I didn't play any Infernoids, which I was expecting to play. It's probably bumped it up to do because I was running one of this and 2 Flying Sea. But I bumped Flying Sea. I was running 3 of this and 1 Flying Sea. But I bumped Flying Sea up to 2 and then this to 2. Expecting to play more, but never did. And speaking of which, Flying Sea is actually what helped me win my Burning Abyss match. They were going off like Flying Sea. They actually threw it across the table. It was funny. It was like, Flying Sea! So I threw it on the side of the table and stopped them. For the traps, 1 Imperial Iron Wall. I actually wanted to do more than 1, but I couldn't get my hands on 1 before the regional, so I was just forced to play the 1. And when I saw it was actually good. 2 anti-spell against Nekroz. Definitely. I was playing an opponent, and I Thunder King right away, and he couldn't do anything. So I had no idea what he was playing, but I assumed that he was playing Nekroz, so I cited these in without knowing what he actually played, and then he said, good guess, I guess right, so, and then cited this, and he didn't do anything his turn. My turn, I set this, and then during his second turn, I flipped it, and it was pretty much game. 2 Shadow Imprisoning, I cited these in for Burning Abyss, never saw them. 2 Mistake for anything that searched. I think I saw 1 game against Stellars, but against the Nekroz, never saw it. And 2 Debunk, Burning Abyss. Saw 1 against Burning Abyss, but it was way too late. He beat my ass. He had, if he had little monsters, he had enough traps to get rid of anything on my field, and if he had little traps, he had enough monsters that floated, and I couldn't do anything, so.
Okay, any suggestions to anyone else that's playing Clownblade out there?
I would stop playing Star Servers. Again, I tested them. They're not good, they brick. I would suggest playing Fire and Ice Hand because, again, they get rid of problematic cards. Also, turn 1, you just set the Fire Hand, set like a Call the Hunt or something like that. And they run it over. And then you just call it back and get rid of something else. Also, I think one game somebody exits on me, so I flipped call, got fire hand, and then got rid of his exit on knight, so he didn't have it for my turn.
All right, man. All right, great job. And I'll be looking forward to posting more deck profiles. So, but yes, this is Calm Blades at Regionals X3.
Excellent.
Yep. So, thank you, and Juice, get out.